Grand Rising, everyone, and welcome to Presence of Light with Charlie Riverman Bergeron here on the southwest coast of Maine in the United States on this amazing day we call Earth Day. And Earth Day is a celebration of planet Earth that is 52 years old today. It began in 1970. And I don't think 52 years ago we were really understanding where we would be as we are right now in our collective wholeness, if you will. And so my encouragement today, because of the synchronicity of this, is really to just encourage you, each and every one of you, to dive deeper into the processes that each one of us can start to begin, if we haven't already, in order to rebalance. Now, the word rebalance is coming in. To rebalance the healthiness of planet Earth so that not only humans survive, but all life survives. Because we are a collective of life here on planet Earth. And that was the original intention of creation for planet Earth, was to be a multidimensional faculty of life where there was all sorts of life in all sorts of forms. Some related, some interrelated, some completely unique to themselves. From tiny molecular structures to giant structures. We look back at the dinosaurs, the massiveness of their bodies. It's hard to believe, yet their bones are still here to remind us that they did exist here. And then when we look into the microscope and we find all these bacteria and things, how tiny, yet they are a life form. And the reality of this is we are here together. We are here together, and we've been here together for thousands upon thousands of years. So, with that said, welcome to Earth Day 2022. So here on the southwest coast of Maine, east of the United States, we are now in the time of spring, which is always a sign of hope for all of us. And we look at the grass growing, the flowers budding, the trees budding, and it's a time of, in many ways, for me, a time of inner celebration. As if I've come through a tunnel of darkness and cold and being reborn again. So it's perfect that Earth Day is at this time of year here in the Northern Hemisphere. In the Southern Hemisphere, you're looking at a different aspect, but you also have that opportunity to be thankful for the season you have been through and give gratitude and appreciation back to Mother Earth. So you see, our relationship with Mother Earth is far more than we just live here. We are part of Mother Earth. Mother Earth is a part of us. I wrote a lot of show notes. Some of it's poetry I gathered, some of it's, thoughts and whatever, and I'm just going to roll through this because it's really not necessarily about anything other than just being appreciative and finding ways to do what we are here to do. It's not unusual for us all to look at life right now from a perspective of overwhelm. We've just been through 2 years of COVID virus, a living thing. It's a virus. Yes, viruses are not what we consider grand citizens of our world. Yet they're part of our existence, and they have been for thousands of years. And many of them have changed the format of our living, just as the weather, just as the water, the light, the air, all of the elements. This is what Earth is all about. It's not just about one piece of land. It's not just about my neighborhood. It's not just about what am I going to eat today. It's not about what am I going to do for work and how am I going to get there. Earth is about life and living in the present moment, and how the message of Earth for us is, how can each of you live in the highest format of your presence, where everything is benefiting everyone else? That's a big order, isn't it? How is your daily life affecting everybody else on this planet? And Mother Earth reminds us that we will be held responsible. We will be held accountable, not perhaps in this physical body, but in the genetic future generations. We will become responsible, as our ancestors genetically are responsible for us right now. So, good morning, Lisa. It's always a joy to see you. I see you at Curtin at night, and I see you here. Beautiful to be here with you. Gladys Haynes, bless you, dear heart, for being here. So there's a lot of things going on today on Earth Day. Basically, what I want everybody to do is just think about who you are and your relationship to what's going on in the world as a planetary existence that is assisting everything to live at its highest and best, the word's not coming, but best ability. Where we all know that something's going to hurt something else, but can we reduce that harm? Can we reduce that so that it is a more flowing pattern instead of this erratic, destructive energy that is literally destroying the surface of Mother Earth, as well as deep within her skin? If we look at planet Earth in a similar way as we look at our own bodies, we realize that inside we don't know really what's in. I mean, we do, but because we can. But there's an inner Mother Earth as well, just like us. It's repeating pattern. It's just different shapes and forms. Mother Earth is a living being. I wrote a poem the other day, or not, well, several years ago. I'll read it right now. It's called The Crown Jewel of the Goddess. And this is how I saw Mother Earth. Stepping through the doorway, the intensity begins to shift, knowing that we have come from beyond the stars, all aligning within our hearts to join the many who have seen the great blue jewel we call Earth dancing among the shadowy halls, and raising our energy together, unblocking the pathways, we bring forth the goddess to place this jewel once again in her crown of creation. Think about that. Mother Earth as a jewel in a crown of creation. Not just a planet. The symbolism of that is really what came through me in that moment, and that was 2015. Well, it didn't have to do with Earth Day. Good morning, Victoria. Bless you. But I do relate to Mother Earth as being this gemstone in the universe. When we look at the other planets that we are involved with, none of them are like us. We are special. And we are part of Mother Earth. We chose to be a part of Mother Earth. On some level, I'm not even going to go there. We're not living on Mars. We weren't designed to live on Pluto. Our design is to live here on Mother Earth in a symbiotic relationship where she provides for us, and then we respect her and help her to live her existence, whatever that may be, on whatever level, in harmony and balance. We have failed. And each one of you know it. And we all feel helpless because we say, what can I do? We have all of this structure, all of these things that are in place that you can't, how can you fight the big monster that is controlling all of this? It's not about fighting. It's about coming back into our hearts and loving Mother Earth. So that's the message today, is how can we shift and change and love Mother Earth? And how can we know that each of us, when we look at Mother Earth as a crown of creation, if you will, how do we engage in that? How do we change our lifestyles? Part of it, there's two parts I'm looking at today that count. One is water, and the other is trees. And I look at these two beings. I call them beings because for me, they are alive. I speak with them. I talk to them. They respond to me, not in words, but in energy. Without them, we wouldn't be here. We could not sustain ourselves here. Our bodies, and I'm going to say, are over 90% on a molecular level water. We are water beings. The pollution of the water right now is unbearable. It is destructive. And each of us are getting illnesses and illnesses and illness, which are making billionaires out of pharmaceutical people and all these other people. But it's harming all of us, including them. They're not escaping from it. The medicine isn't about medicine. If we stop doing what's creating the illness, you don't need the medicine. Just a thought. Not blaming anybody, not pointing the finger at any particular thing. We all are aware of what's happened to humanity by the neglect of caring for Mother Earth. Years ago, I wrote a thing called "This is the Gift of Loving Waters," and I'm a member of Loving Waters. We've been somewhat inactive at this point, but we're there. We each one of us on the council do water ceremonies, etc. We've just not publicly embraced that. We're quiet in this moment, but we offer the ability to, come together and bring others together in small groups to bless the water, to have a party, a respect party for water, whatever you want to do, a dance, it doesn't matter, but honor the water, especially during the moon cycles. And what I wrote, I don't even know when I wrote it, I just happened to find it this morning, which is pretty usual for me. To wash away all that no longer is to remain permanent, to carry us downstream or spread us into new areas in which life is lacking or desires refreshing, sometimes lifting us to heights where we evaporate and transform, never fully separating, but always filtering and distilling us, recreating new life from the old in ways never imagined. And through this amazing and wonderful process, we become more finely attuned to our truth and purity. And that's our deeper relationship with water. Water is not something that is outside of us. It's we are water beings. And I can't emphasize that enough. And if we're not respecting the water outside of us, what are we doing to the water within us? What are we doing to the water that we take into our body? It's all one water. There's not this water, that water. There's this human, there's that human. We can identify ourselves as individuals, but there is no separation in water. Water is water. And it's either clean and healthy and vital, or it's not. And when it's not, it can't function at the highest level that it can to support all the life forms that require it. So in that moment, when the water becomes sick, so does everything it flows through. I'm not trying to scare people. I'm just stating what I see and know in my heart, and I've been working with for many years. This morning, my friend Shelley Darling, who is a co-founder of Loving Waters and who I work with on dowsing, sacred evolutionary dowsing, and we're writing a book about transformation and how we can do that through procedures that we've been working with for years. And she wrote this morning on Loving Waters on her own page, "Morning Friends, Earth Day Blessings. May we all soften our hearts today and focus as a collective on our blue, watery planet. There's nothing more important than water today. Learn about your watershed. Connect with others in song and prayer. We tend to take it for granted that the water comes out of our taps, the water that we feed our grass and gardens with, as well as the air we breathe, is directly connected to the cycles of water. Today is a good day to check your water source, discover what's happening in your town, and see if there's a local gathering of hearts in your area." I'll leave the rest. You can read it on Loving Waters on Facebook. But the message is really about how do we, on Earth Day, find a way that we can connect with Mother Earth in love, in harmony. in respect, not just using Mother Earth, not just taking from Mother Earth. How can we give back to Mother Earth? And this is the seed of Earth Day. It's one day where we take and we think about it, and we think about these things. And then we'll forget them for a while, and then maybe one day something you'll run across and you say, oh, wow, maybe I should be doing something about this. Maybe there's a way I can help. And so when we come to that place of believing in our ability to be worthy and helpful to Mother Earth, we shift and change the whole inner expression of our beingness. And it's not really a hard thing to do. So this one I want to encourage people is to deeply go within and look at how you're related to Mother Earth, physically, emotionally, in any way that you feel connected. Go out to the trees, sit with the trees, climb the trees, hug the trees. For they take the water out of the earth. And right now, spring is that evidence when everything starts to blossom. That's caused by the water. In the winter, the water drains down into the ground. Trees are literal fountains of water that are transformed into form. Look at a tree. See it as this fountain of water. And that fountain of water not only is water, it breathes. It's water that breathes in those trees, just like us. We breathe just like the trees. There's not really a whole lot of separation other than form and ability to speak to each other and talk and move. The trees give us oxygen to breathe. Without the trees, as we clear cut the world, we're losing oxygen. We're diminishing. And we're in this world where everything's creating more and more carbon dioxide. You think about it. It's simple third grade math. If you've got a whole lot of this and a lot of that, this becomes a minus and this becomes a plus. We need the trees. The water needs the trees. The trees need the water. We need the water. It's a symbiotic relationship that we don't consider in our daily lives. And we've allowed ourselves to think that we are more powerful than Mother Earth. Silly humans think that. They believe it. They trust it. Now they want to go to planets and they want to do whatever they want to do there because they think that they are just fine and dandy. Well, for them, they may be fine and dandy. But for a majority of the people on this planet, there's hunger, there's cold, suffering, there's no wood to heat with, there's no air to breathe. Companies have released chemicals from their digging and mining and seeking all of this that is now health issues, not just for the local environments, but spreads around the world in the winds. This is why Earth Day is important. It's to remind us that we have a deeper relationship with Mother Earth than could ever really be put into words. It's a soul contract. That's what I'm receiving. It's a soul contract. So as my passion is to bless the water and the trees and work with them and the earth and plant seeds and be and do what I am, I could do more. I know I could do more. It's hard to weave that into our daily lives. But I keep being reminded that as long as you're doing something, as long as you're focusing on the aspect that you are part of a collective, that each one of us, if each one of us puts a penny in a jar, every human being put a penny in the jar, you'd have 800 billion pennies. Amazing, isn't it? As a collective, we forget that we're a collective called humanity. We're not just an individual human. And that's the seed I want to plant today. Doesn't matter where you live on the planet. You're part of the planet. And the planet is part of you. So to wrap this up, I see it's 10:32. Victoria is saying, I remember as a child fearing that one day we would end up in a biodome because we failed to treasure our Mother Earth. She is sacred. Thank you for that fear. Thank you for that memory. Thank you for that understanding as a child. And I think many of us could see or feel those emotions when we were children, because our brains hadn't been thrown in the washing machine of education. I'm not poo-pooing education, but I'm poo-pooing the direction that it was guided in and the focus that it was given. The focus of education was given us to serve someone else, not to be free thinkers. I'm not going to go that. That's another whole talk, which I'm sure each of us can take in. However, today is Earth Day. We are Earth. Can you say, I am Earth, as well as I am human? I am a human Earth being. The tree is a tree being, an earthly tree being. Everything is a being. We are being, which means we're present and alive. My goal is to plant the seed that whatever you do for the benefit of humanity, whether it's not buy something because it's got point, not putting something into the earth, whatever it is, as small as it may be, it's so simple to begin. Just think, what am I doing with this? Why do I need this? And see if there's another way that is more or less harmful to Mother Earth. Just a conscious thought. Play with it. Have fun with it. Make a game out of it. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let us. Words, sentences. I'm going to read them. Let us look at, I'm going to move this over so I'm not looking this way, that way. I drive myself crazy. I don't know what I do to you. Bless you all for listening to me and sharing time with me. So the message was, wherever we are today on Mother Earth, let us both bless and celebrate all life-giving aspects. Let us look at all the objects that we live among in our own homes and see them in their original forms before they became what they are now. Let us think of their natural sources and what has been done to the many environments from which they came. Number 3, let us be reminded of the greed to possess these precious resources and how many humans have died to gain rights and financial power of their ownership. Let us research the effect that all of this has had on our physical and mental well-being. Each one of us are physically compromised to all of this. And unless we find ways to end this self-devastating way of living, the future generations of humanity are much less likely to flourish. And that's where we're at. We are in this place where we need to change our perspectives, where we need to ask ourselves, what can I do? And start by doing little things. It doesn't have to be a major project, but if you're up to a major project, go for it. Right now is the time to really join in with others who are creating larger products. So this is what Loving Waters was about, but as I say, we're a little inactive at this present moment, but we support other water communities that are doing things. And Tree Sisters is one for the trees. They're doing amazing work in the world. So there's groups around the world that are focusing on the ecological process and the planting of things and the regeneration or restoring of lands and properties, and buying properties and protecting them from corporations and oil barons and all this other stuff. We have the technology right now to change from an earth-based living style of usurping Earth's energy and presence and physical beingness to one where the energies are coming from solar, the air, and different modalities of fields of energy. Let's come together today, and wherever you are, I ask you to go find a body of water. It doesn't have to be big, it doesn't have to be a river, it could be a pond. Somewhere, it could be a marsh where the water is. And for those of you who are in a period of drought, go, if you can, to wherever you can and offer, sincere prayers for all life, not just human life, but the life of the whole community. So I leave you with this thought of, how do I take a deeper step or one step closer to being whole again by working with the source, the physical source of my being? You see, the spiritual source needs the physical source in order for humans to survive. I love you, I thank you, I respect you. I am you. You are me. We are unity. One heart, one love. See, the shirt says it's the Global Heart Team. We stand in love. Let us love Mother Earth as much as we can love each other. Because there's no separation. Mother Earth is in us, and we are in Mother Earth. If I've planted a seed today, then I've accomplished what I came back from death to do. I'm just like Johnny Appleseed. I'm not trying to be perfect. I'm not trying to be your guru. I just look at life and say thank you when I wake up in the morning and say I have another opportunity to hopefully see life differently than I did in my past life. It's that simple. And I want my children's children and your children's children to wake up in the morning and say, thank you, I'm here. Bless you all. Have a great week. Whatever you do, have fun, joy, and have compassion for those who are struggling right now. And many of them are, and you may be, and I offer my heartfelt sincerity to you and blessings to your children and your grandchildren and to your ancestors who went through what they had to for us to be here and have this conversation. Love you all. See you in the ethers of the computer world. And for those of you who I might see in person, hola, hello. Okay, have fun. Enjoy the day. It's bright and sunny here. I hope it is where you are. And I hope if it's a place where you're lacking water that you get lots of rain, but in small amounts. We don't need any more floods. Bless you all. We love you. We thank you. Bye-bye.